No matter how your English level is, you are going to learn how to speak about coronavirus correctly, and you will be able to give people advice about coronavirus in English. Hello everybody, it's Ahmed Al-Kholi from Learn English with Kholi. Today, after watching this video, you will have learned a lot of vocabulary and phrases about coronavirus. Let's get started. So, what we're gonna do today is learn words and phrases which are related to coronavirus. And then we are going to learn how to use them in sentences. I've divided all the information into two sections. Vocabulary to talk about the problem, vocabulary to talk about the solutions. We're gonna go through all these phrases and take examples in order to practice them. Let's start with the vocabulary which are related to the problem. So basically, the name of the virus is coronavirus. Coronavirus. Repeat. Coronavirus. Coronavirus is really dangerous. Coronavirus is really dangerous. Contagious. Contagious. Repeat. Contagious. Shua. Contagious. Okay? Contagious means to spread from one person to another. Okay? An example, coronavirus is contagious. Coronavirus is contagious. Immune system. Immune system. Repeat. Immune system. Okay, this is the system inside your body, in your body, which protects you against diseases. Okay, so it's in your body and it protects you against diseases. It's something good. Okay. So, immune system. One example, coronavirus attacks the immune system. And the next word is transmit. Transmit. Repeat, transmit. Okay, it's a verb. Okay, it means to pass the disease from one person to another. To pass the disease from one person to another. Okay, an example, coronavirus is transmitted from one person to another by air. Again, coronavirus is transmitted from one person to another by air. Symptoms. Symptoms. Okay, symptom means a sign or an evidence. Okay, a sign of the disease. When you see these signs, these evidences, you know that this person has coronavirus or has a disease. So symptoms means signs. Okay. Okay. I'm going to mention now a lot of coronavirus symptoms. Okay. Number one, fever. Okay. Fever. Repeat. Fever. Okay. Fever when your temperature is too high, too hot. So, fever. The second one, cough. Cough. This is cough. Repeat, cough. Number three, sneeze. Sneeze. Sneeze when the air comes out of your nose and mouth quickly, suddenly. So like this. This is sneeze. Okay? Repeat. Sneeze. Number four. Shortness of breath. Shortness of breath. Shortness of breath. Repeat. Shortness of breath. Quickly. Shortness of breath. Okay, shortness of breath when you breathe slowly, and you cannot breathe, like, so you have shortness of breath, okay? And the fifth symptoms of coronavirus is body aches. Body aches. Repeat, body aches. Okay, body aches means when your body hurts or when you have pain in your body, you have problems in your body, so body aches. Okay, number 6 is when you feel fatigued, so feeling fatigued. Feeling fatigued. Repeat, feeling fatigued. Feeling fatigued exactly means like feeling tired. It's a synonym of feeling tired. So, oh, I feel fatigued means I feel tired. Okay, let's take some examples, okay? Symptoms. There are some specific symptoms of coronavirus. Again, there are some specific symptoms of coronavirus. Fever. Fever, okay? I have a fever of 40 degrees. Again, I have a fever of 40 degrees. Cough. Cough. I have a cough. I have a cough. Sneeze. Hatsi. Sneeze. People who have coronavirus sneeze a lot. Again, people who have coronavirus sneeze a lot. Shortness of breath. Body aches. One example, coronavirus causes shortness of breath and body aches. Again, coronavirus causes shortness of breath and body aches. And the last symptom is feeling fatigued. So you can just say, I feel fatigued. I feel tired. Feeling fatigued means feel tired. So the example is, I feel fatigued. These were all the symptoms of coronavirus. Now let's take a new word. Outbreak. Outbreak. Repeat. Outbreak. Outbreak means when a disease or a dangerous thing begins quickly, begins suddenly. So the beginning of a disease or the beginning of a dangerous thing. So this is an outbreak. Let's take an example, okay? So we can say the outbreak of the coronavirus started in China. Again, the outbreak of the coronavirus started in China. So the last two words in the problem section are epidemic, pandemic. Again, epidemic, pandemic. Okay, outbreak, epidemic, pandemic are connected. To understand epidemic and pandemic, let me explain. Outbreak means, as we said before, outbreak when the problem starts or when the problem begins. So let's say a disease or a dangerous thing happens in China. So this is an outbreak, okay? When something dangerous or when something bad happens quickly in a place, like the coronavirus. So the outbreak of the coronavirus started in China. So it started in China. So this is the outbreak. Okay, so when the problem gets bigger, okay, a little bit bigger. So this is an epidemic, okay? Epidemic. Epidemic means a big problem. Okay, how about if it gets bigger? So this is a pandemic. Okay, let me repeat. Outbreak is a problem. Okay, outbreak. Let's imagine outbreak, a problem. Epidemic, a big problem. Pandemic, a huge problem. So outbreak, then when the circle gets bigger, epidemic. When the circle gets bigger and bigger, it's pandemic. So Pandemic is the biggest problem when the problem is all over the world. So it's a pandemic. So this is the biggest problem. Like now, like coronavirus now. Again, outbreak, epidemic, pandemic. And I've just written 3 circles, like, I don't know if you can see now. Yeah? So this is the small circle. This is an outbreak, small circle. Then it's bigger, epidemic. Then it's getting bigger and bigger, so it's pandemic. So outbreak, epidemic, and pandemic. And now we're gonna learn some words in order to talk about the solutions of coronavirus. And as you can see, there are 6 words on the screen. We're gonna go through all of them and take some examples in order to practice. Let's get started. So, the first word is face mask. Face mask. Okay? This is the face mask. An example, you should wear your face mask in the street. Again, you should wear your face mask in the street. Hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. Repeat. Hand sanitizer. Okay, an example. Don't forget to use hand sanitizer. Again, don't forget to use hand sanitizer. Okay, the next word is social distancing. Again, social distancing. Repeat after me. Social distancing. Okay, social distancing means when you keep away from other people, when you stay away, don't touch other people, no touch, no touch. So when you keep away from other people, that's social distancing, okay? So let's take an example. We can say social distancing is very useful now. Again, social distancing is very useful now. And the next word is quarantine. Okay? Quarantine. Repeat. Quarantine. Okay. A quarantine means when you stay at home or in the hospital alone. And you are usually monitored by someone else, a doctor or a nurse. So quarantine, when you stay alone and you are usually monitored by a doctor or a nurse. Okay? So quarantine. And the next word is lockdown. Lockdown. Repeat. Lockdown. Okay, lockdown is a rule when you have to stay at home at particular times of the day. So when you stay at home at particular times of the day. So this is a lockdown. And someone might ask me, what's the difference between a quarantine and a lockdown? So these 2 words are pretty similar. They are almost the same. The only difference is a quarantine is a medical term, whereas a lockdown is a political term. So a quarantine, we use a quarantine in medical situations. On the other hand, a lockdown, we use it in a political situations. Okay, so quarantine, lockdown. The word is restrictions. 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 Faster. Restrictions. Repeat. Restrictions. A restriction means limits or ways to control people. These days, the government and health departments are putting restrictions on people's lives because of the coronavirus. So, restrictions are limits to prevent you from doing something. So, restrictions. One example, restrictions to slow the spread of the virus. Again, restrictions to slow the spread of the virus. And the last word is vaccines. Repeat, vaccines. Vaccines. A vaccine means an effective way to protect people against harmful diseases. You just take the vaccine and you never get the disease or the virus. Let's take an example. The vaccine protects against some kinds of viruses. Again, the vaccine protects against some kind of viruses. That's the end of our video. Great job, everyone. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.